Muela Magnum Bowie. Probably one of the most beautiful knives that I have ever seen in my entire life, guys. Today in part 2 we are gonna go out and test this knife here out and see what it is capable of. So I need you guys to sit back, relax. Let's go. Yes. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to Woodsman's Knife channel. And today I have a good one for you. Today we are gonna take the Muela Magnum out in the field and see what this knife is capable of. Now, guys, this is part 2. If you want to see all the specs and stuff and what movie this knife is from, go over and check part 1 out, and you will get all the info in that video there, guys. So yeah, now I have really been looking forward to this. This is probably one of my most favorite knives. It's definitely one of the most beautiful knives that I have. So this is gonna get great, guys. Now listen up here before we are gonna get started. I am gonna need a little bit of help of you guys, because I got 2 knives that I really want to buy and a Viking sword that I really want to buy too, but I really don't know where to start, guys. So I want you guys help to tell me what knife or what sword you guys think that I should get first to make a review on. Now let's start out with the sword. I have really trouble to get that word out of my mouth, guys. But the sword is this Condor Viking sword here that I really like to get and make a review on. I am from Scandinavia, the old Viking country, so I will make a video one day with a Viking sword. So and this is the one I'm gonna get. The next one is the Tops Steel Eagle knife that you can see here in this picture here. This is really a knife that I have been looking forward to get, but the problem with that knife is that Tops knives are almost impossible to get my hands off. Every time they are gonna get available, they are just gonna get taken right away, so it's really difficult for me to get a hold of that knife. So if one of you has that knife laying around and you don't know what to do with it, and you are willing to sell it to me for a good price, please tell me down in the comments field. And I would really appreciate if it was someone here in Europe that would sell me one, because it's just too much of a problem to get a knife from the States over here to Denmark, because of the customs here in Denmark are absolutely crazy when it comes to knives from the States for some weird reason. But if it's here from the Europe, it's not a problem. So please leave a comment comment down if you have one you want to sell me for a good price. Now I don't want one that is beat the hell out of. I want something that is in a good stand, and it's okay if it has been used a little bit, but not too much, guys. So thank you for that. Now the next one is the Extremio Radio knife. This one here. This is also a knife that I really like to make a review on someday. So, but the problem is, guys, I don't really know where to start. So please leave a comment down below on which one of these 3 examples here you want me to get first to make a review on. Okay? Now, enough talk, guys. Let's go out and see what this knife here is capable of. Let's go. Now guys, now we are out here and we are gonna see what the Muela Magnum is capable of. So I'm a little bit nervous about this, guys, because this stack handle here, I don't know how tough it's gonna be, but we are gonna find out. Now, Muela ain't telling anyone that this is a survival knife. They are selling these as a hunting knife. So I won't recommend any one of you to take a knife like this with a stack handle that is that is like welded on with epoxy to go out and beat with all day long. But this is a knife channel, and I'm here to test the knives, so that is what we're gonna do today, guys. So let's find out. Okay, guys, now let's try with some lighter test to begin with, and then we are just gonna work ourselves up a little bit. But this is a brand new knife. I actually had this knife here for around 6 or 7 years, but this is the first time that I'm using it. So it definitely has that brand new factory edge. So let's see how sharp it is. Let's try with some push cut test here. Now this is some thick water hose, so definitely can get through it with a push cut. But yeah, went through it pretty nice. So let's see how it will work with some feather cuts. And I will tell you guys, I can already feel now that I really have a very good grip when holding it up here with that finger choil, and that handguard here is like keeping the knife securely in my hand. So and it definitely is making some nice curls. But it is always a little bit difficult to make some finer work when you have such a big knife here. But you definitely can do it, guys. So let's try and see how it will do with some back cuts here. It is, in my experience, a lot easier to make feather curls with back cuts when you have such a big knife here. As you can see. Yeah. Okay. Just gonna put you out a little bit here, like that. And let's try to Batoning a little bit. Now this is definitely gonna put some stress in this handle here, so really hope that this knife here can do this. So far, so good. And we are gonna take some of those sticks here, and we are gonna use these as a campfire later. Let's see if we can make some tent spikes here. Yeah. This is gonna be some great firewood later. And the knife is still strong, but let's try to put a little bit more pressure on it, guys. Let's see what will happen to the knife if we are gonna chop this piece here in one blow, guys. One hard blow. Yeah. Let's try to take a little bit bigger piece here. The knife is still strong, guys. I'm actually a little bit impressed over this. Look at that. It just goes through these logs here like butter. I could do this all day, guys. This is so much fun to do. And look at that. Now let's cut down a small tree, guys. Okay. Now, as always, when I'm out here to do these reviews here, it's just hissing down, and that is the thing here in Scandinavia, especially here in Denmark. When it's winter, it's just raining all the time, it's blowing all the time, and it's snowing all the time. But if you have to look at the bright side of all the things, the days here has already gotten 20 minutes longer sunlight. So before you know it, springtime is here, and I'm really looking forward to that, guys. But Let's see. Now this is really taking some big pieces here, guys. I want you to see this a little better. Look at this. Whoa. Yeah. We just cut down a small tree here, guys. And that really didn't take very long. And the knife is still in one piece. The sack handle is not cracking anywhere yet. So look at that, and look at the edge here, guys. No chips or no nothing, so. And the other side. It's holding on quite fine so far. Now let's try to cut a water border in half. Okay, now let's try to make some drop test and see how the balance on this knife here is. But we can just start out here and see if we can find the balance point. And it's right there. It's just in the middle of the choil, guys. So the balance on this knife here just feels so great, and the handle, I really love this handle. It really sits very well in my hands, so now I just remembered, in the movie where this knife here is from, at some point in the movie Bruce Pierceman is sitting up on a tree, and one of the guys that is hunting him is right below him, and Bruce is just holding the knife like this and just letting it drop, and it's just pierced the guy's skull. I just find that that scene very, very cool, guys. You should definitely go in and check that movie out. It's just so awesome. You can, if you don't know which movie I'm talking about, go over to part 1 of this knife here, and I tell you in that part which movie it is, so go out and check that movie out, guys. Yeah. Next up, buck test. Okay, now let's see what the Muela Magnum would do to some buck. And just look at that, guys. I barely touched this chicken here and it's just piercing the skin. But this time here, this chicken here, I'm gonna sacrifice this for you, Cowboy Bob. I know that you are a huge fan of this knife here. So am I. So this test here is gonna be for you, Cowboy. If anybody of you don't know who Cowboy Bob is, go over and check his channel out. I'm gonna leave a link in the description so you can find him a little bit easier, okay? Now, Bob, listen up here. Every time I do this test here, you can just hear the woods just go quiet immediately. All the birds out here are just poof. They know me. They know me. And they know that I'm crazy when it comes to chickens. So every time they see me out here, they are just gone. And I can't really blame them on that. So let's see what it can do, guys. If I can hit it. Look at that. Stabbing capability is absolutely crazy. And as you can see, it kind of has this false edge up here. It's not sharp, but it makes it much more easier to penetrate. It just goes right through this chicken here's butt. So this is just such a beautiful knife. I really love this. And extremely sharp as well. Now let's try to cut a leg off. And let's try to see if we can get through the chicken here in one blow. Ah! Woo! Yeah, such an awesome knife, guys. It can definitely kill a chicken with no problem. Okay, now let's try and see how this thing here performs with some food prep. And it's just going through the bone and the meat with absolutely no problem. It's absolutely crazy how easy it's going through that that bone. Yeah. Look at that, guys. Yeah. Awesome. Now let's see if we can light a fire. It's absolutely soaking wet out here, so I don't know if this is gonna be possible today, but let's try it out, guys. Okay, guys, now let's see if we can light a fire. And I have already taken some of the feather sticks that I used for one of the first tests. So, but we're just gonna need a little bit more here. I don't know if this is gonna be possible, guys, because it is really wet out here, but I hope so, because I've got myself some sausages, and I really like to make some over the fire. Okay. And I got some dry bark. I don't know what you call it in English, but in Danish we call this bark. And this is some dry stuff I took with me from home, so I hope that this maybe is gonna do the trick. So okay, guys, just gonna make the cross sign, because we are hoping that this is gonna work out, if we are gonna get some help from the big guy. Now let's try and see if this is a 45 degree spine here. Holy moly. Oh shit. This definitely just works, guys. Woo! Look at that. I really didn't see that one coming. That spine there just really just did a great job. So now I can make myself some sausages, or whatever you are calling it in English, but yeah. Holy moly, that spine really that really worked out so great. I really haven't seen that one coming there, guys. Okay. Now we can get something to eat. I'm beginning to get hungry. It's a tough job to do these reviews here, but I really hope that you enjoyed this review here, this two-part series here. And the reason why I sometimes do these two-part series here, I do know that some of you find that really irritating, that I just don't gonna go out and do a field test right away. But my videos are just gonna get too long, guys, if I'm gonna put it all into one video. So that is why I sometimes make two-part series, to avoid the videos getting too long, because nobody's gonna want to sit down and look at a video that is 40-50 minutes. So but it's not every time that I do these two-part series, guys. And the next one I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make a one-part series, and that knife is really one that I've been looking forward to. So you need to be here, guys, and so you can pay attention to my next video. You are definitely gonna like it. I think I'm gonna make it a little bit different that I normally do, but it's gonna get fun, guys. And I'm also, I have some really badass Rambo knives on the way. So I'm never gonna stop doing the Rambo knives reviews. I promise you that, guys, because it's never over. And I really love Rambo knives. Are definitely my big passion when it comes to knife. But I love all kinds of knife, guys. But Rambo knife is definitely my big passion. And if you are just like me and you can't get enough of Rambo knives, you can go over to my Facebook group. It's called Rambo Knives, and get in there and see some of the beautiful knives that are being posted in there. So yeah, guys. Now the Muela Magnum here, it's definitely a really tough knife, guys. I really love it. It's just, now that recurve that is on the blade there just makes it such a pleasure to work with. I love recurve blades. And that finger choil there and the guard, it's locking your hand into the knife when you're using it. And one more thing, guys, you can see the handle here is just tapering down. It being very wide down in the bottom here. And when I was chopping with it, you can see the bottom here of the stack here. It's just, if you can see this, it is just keeping my hands securely on the blade. So the knife definitely ain't going nowhere, guys. So and I will be honest with you guys, I really didn't thought that the stack handle would hold up to any kind of beating, to be honest with you. I thought it would be game over when I started to Batoning with it, but Muela is definitely, they know what they are doing when it comes to the stack handle knives, and this is definitely no exception. This is just a beautiful knife, and I'm really happy that I bought myself this knife here, and I know that I'm gonna enjoy this knife here out in the woods many times. But again, guys, if you want a survival knife that you can go out and beat the crap out all day long, do yourself a favor and get yourself a full tang knife. This is not a knife that you are gonna go out and beat all day long. At some point the stack handle will crack. It's just a matter of time. But if this is the only knife that you have on you and you are in a survival situation, this will get you out of it. It will definitely help you get you out of it. And of course, when you are Batoning with a knife like this here, don't hold down here when Batoning. Get up here and do it like that. In that way you ain't gonna stress the handle out. I only did that because I want to see how strong it is. So, and I'm satisfied, guys. Now I am Woodsman, and I will see all of you in Valhalla. Until next video.